This complete 6-hour session, that is in total 360 minutes, are divided into 10 small set of practicals which will make understanding of end-to-end industry-grade IoT solution implementation with IBM Blue-mix Watson using Raspberry Pi simple and super easy. So let's get started. The first thing that we want to do is we will going to connect and register our devices to IBM IoT platform in registered and unregistered mode. Okay, and we will going to spend almost 90 minutes to do all those things. In the first practical, we will going to connect Raspberry Pi with IBM platform in unregistered mode. This is a quick start method allow us to collect and visualize a data by running a few simple steps. We have to follow a couple of steps, we just have to run few commands, and that's all what we need to do so that we can able to get the data from a Raspberry Pi and we can able to visualize this data into IBM IoT Watson platform. In the second practical, we have to do the same thing. Means we will going to read the data from Raspberry Pi itself, but into registered mode. In registered mode, we can explore full capability of IBM Watson IoT platform. All we need is to create an account with IBM platform and then set up and register Raspberry Pi as a device. In the next session, we will going to do the same thing. We can able to register a devices in registered and unregistered mode. But the difference is we will going to use here node rate. We'll spend almost 30 minutes to do all of these things. Here we will learn node rate. Node rate made everything so easy. Yes, it is a very powerful tool given by IBM to build IoT applications and services. Node-RED uses a visual programming approach that allows developers to connect predefined code block known as nodes. In the third practical, what we're going to do is we will going to connect a Raspberry Pi with IBM platform in unregistered mode with using Node-RED. In fourth practical, we will going to do the same thing. By using Node-RED, we will going to register Raspberry Pi into registered mode. And we can able to see the data coming from Raspberry Pi on IBM platform or on a Node-RED as well. In the next session, we will start building a project. So what we're going to do is we'll make a Raspberry Pi as a MQTT client using Node-RED. We'll spend almost 180 minutes here, and in the fifth practical of our entire training, we will use a Node-RED pre-built MQTT function to test, publish, and subscribe using MQTT FX. In the sixth practical, we're going to install a GUI function in Node-RED to build your own custom dashboard with running just a few commands. We can install UI elements to Node-RED. This will enable us to create a fully responsive and beautiful dashboards. In seventh practical, we're going to use Raspberry Pi GPIO pin in Node-RED to set the trigger from Raspberry Pi again to send or receive data to or from MQTT FX client. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up the GPIO pins of Raspberry Pi using NodeFlow. Now at every button press from the UI element on the Node-RED, the data will send it to MQTT FX client. This can work other way around as well. In the eighth practical, we're going to use Arduino connected over serial USB in Node RED to get a trigger from Raspberry Pi, again to send or receive data to or from MQTT FX client. So the reason why we're going to do is we will make Arduino as a IoT device, and we'll make a Raspberry Pi as a IoT gateway, and IBM IoT platform will be the IoT cloud here, right? So when we connect a sensor like a LDR or the light intensity measurement sensor LDR to Arduino, the Arduino will receive the data from the sensor and give it to the gateway, which would be a Raspberry Pi, over serial USB, and then Raspberry Pi, because it has the ability to connect to IBM IoT platform, it can push that data to IBM IoT platform. So this is how you can able to create a scalable network using IBM IoT Watson platform. In practical 9, we will learn how we can perform inter-platform communication, where we will send and receive data between IBM Watson and AWS IoT platform. And in practical 10, we will learn to exchange data between IBM Watson and Microsoft Azure IoT Hub.